the African historic heritage history, and that's leading to most of our problems. And that's what we want to get to the bottom of, ways we can break that resistance down so we can deal with each other more effectively and compassionately. M.G. Gimble can explain it better than I can, and perhaps he will later in this program. In the meantime, I'd really like to get to the libation.
I'm Elder Comrade Johnson. I'm asked to for libation, and I would like at some point or another for you to join in with us. I begin as soon as our friends and brothers are seated. Mr. May, Dr. Johnson. You go. Okay, son. I begin with the C5s as taught to me by our late brother Hannibal Tarsa Free, who was also a member of the African Holocaust Memorial Commission. Sifa Ote Nanu Mbuyosi, all praise is due to our African Creator. Sifa Ote Nanu Babayosi, all praise is due to our African ancestors. Sifa Ote Inagote, all praise is due to African people. Sifa Ote Na Wato Toyosi, all praise is due to African children. Sifa Ote Na Taifo Oyosi, all praise is due to African life. I'm sorry. Sifa Ote Na Maishu Oyosi, all praise is due to African life. Lisa May Tapajan. Lisa May. Lisa May. For the spiritual memory of our ancestors who built the great pyramids of Africa, and especially to Imhotep, who built the great genius, physician, and architect to build the step pyramids, we say and pour libation. For the spiritual memory of Hannibal of Carthage, who crossed the Alps with his elephants and defied the people of that region to attack Africa, which was then known as Carthage. We say and pour libation. For the spiritual memory of Queen Nzinga of Angola, who fought the Portuguese for 40 years. We say and pour libation. And for all the heroes and sheroes from antiquity to now, we say and pour libation. And for our ancestors who crossed the Atlantic during the Little Passage, and those who did not survive, we say and pour libation. And for the spiritual memory of those ancestors who were taken captive and fought against the Arabs on the eastern coast of Africa, during the Eastern African slave trade on the Swahili coast, we say and pour libation. And for all of our modern day ancestors, for Prince Hall, for one that we sit here in this edifice today is named for, we say for libation for Prince Hall. All of the patriots of his organization. We say for libation. And for the spiritual memory of our modern day ancestors, Martin Luther King, Malcolm, Elijah, and many others, we say for libation. And for the spiritual memory of Laquan McDonald, Trayvon Martin, those ancestors who perished at Mother Bethel on the 16th Street Baptist Church in Birmingham, Pennsylvania, we say pour libation. And special libation for one of the sisters who that most of us know or knew, Sister Fulani Stalin, who was one of our teachers for the spiritual memory of Sister Fulani Stalin. And as I point you to Combi Charlie Moja, the Unity Company, please call the name of your ancestors.
Naomi Theodoria Treadwell Gray, George Gray Sr., Aunt Nanny Cousins, Rua Cherry.
Ashe. And there are those here that I'm not sure Mr. Jackson's older than I am or not. We're along at the same time. For Mr. Jackson, for his wife, Mrs. Jackson, we say him for
Libation.
And for any others. Libation. And for one of our ancestors, his brother Jackson, and I knew and revered, Edna Stewart, who was the owner of Edna's restaurant on the west side. Many of us had the pleasure of eating there, overeating. We say it's good. And for the spiritual memory of those who are yet unborn, who will carry our seeds to eternity, we say and pour libation. And for all of the ancestors on the table here, who are, some of us are direct descendants of some of them, we say and pour libation. Hotel?
Hotel.
Satisfied. Thank you.
I'd like to thank everyone for coming out today. I'd like to welcome everyone to our 29th annual African Ancestors Day commemoration. We always celebrate it on what white people celebrate Columbus Day, because Columbus getting lost was the start of our modern day Holocaust, which unfortunately has not ended yet. That's right. And it's important for us to remember that. But I'm here right now to lead us in the pledge to the flag of the UNIA. So I'd like to ask everyone to please stand and raise their right fist. If you don't know the words that are in your program, you just repeat after me. Here's to this flag of mine.
Here's to this flag of mine.
Red, black, and green.
The red, black, and green.
Hopes in its future bright.
Hopes in its future bright.
Africa has seen.
Africa has seen.
Here's to the red of it.
Here's to the red of it.
Great nation shall know of it.
Great nation shall know of it.
In time to come.
In time to come.
Red blood shall flow of it.
Red blood shall flow of it.
Historians shall write of it.
Historians shall write of it.
Great flag of mine.
Great flag of mine.
Here's to the black of it.
Here's to the black of it.
400 millions back of it.
400 millions back of it.
Whose destiny depends on it.
Whose destiny depends on it.
The red, black, and green of it.
The red, black, and green of it.
Oh, flag of mine.
Oh, flag of mine.
Here's to the black of it.
Here's to the black of it.
400 millions back of it.
400 millions back of it.
Here's to the green of it.
Here's to the green of it.
Young men and women shall dream of it.
Young men and women shall dream of it.
Faith shot and shells of it.
Faith shot and shells of it.
Maiden shall sing of it.
Maiden shall sing of it.
Waving so high.
Waving so high.
Here's to the whole of it.
Here's to the whole of it.
Colors brought the pole of it.
Colors brought the pole of it.
Pleases my soul with it.
Pleases my soul with it.
Regardless of what is told of it.
Regardless of what is told of it.
Thanks to God for giving it.
Thanks to God for giving it.
Great flag of mine.
Great flag of mine.
I would like to ask someone who can sing to please lead us. The Liberty Voice can sing. If I try to break every window in the room so I can afford to pay for it. Anyone want to volunteer to help us out?
She can sing.
Mama.
I'm only playing. Ring with the harmony of liberty. Let our rejoicing rise high as the listening skies. Let it resound loud as the rolling sea. Sing a song full of the faith that the darkness has taught us. Sing a song full of the hope that the present has brought. Bring the rising sun of a new day begun. Let us march on till victory is won.
Santi, have a seat. All right, at this point, I'd like to introduce a panel and ask the panelists to come up as I call them out. First up, we have Dr. Omari Carter. Dr. Cartman has been a member of the committee for a long time. His family's been a member of the committee for a long time. And he's going to be one of our panelists for today. So I'd like to ask him to come up to be our first speaker. Next up, Sister Wong. Let's ask Sister Wong to come up.
And of course, when you meet some of
and
that,
some that long distinguished
yeah.
in the black community, long career of activism, and put out good information. And then finally, I'd like to ask our brother Cam Howard from Ecola to come up. Our theme for this year is the anti-African attitude among African people. We thought this would be an interesting topic to discuss because we have a lot of internal problems, and although I think we all here recognize the need for reparations, we should also understand that there are two types of reparations. There's what is called external reparations that you give to those people who abuse you, and then there's what is called internal reparations that is done by the people to try and heal themselves. All right, so that's what this conversation is about today. Let's try and heal ourselves. And so I'd like to ask Brother Cartman to come up, Dr. Cartman to come up. Each panelist will have approximately 15 minutes to make your presentation. Then after the third one's finished, we're going to go into a general discussion. And after discussion, we're going to go into our ancestors' ritual.
Greetings, family. Before I begin, I'd like to ask permission from the elders to speak. I am honored to be asked to come share some thoughts and some reflections here in this very powerful ceremony. I always answer the call if my elders say come, I'm gonna come. And the reason that's true is because I find myself in the bridge generation between the young folks, the millennials, and my elders. And so I've made it my life's work as my first drum teacher is here to make sure that I'm still teaching drums to the young people that I get to meet. So that connection is critical to the work that I do. One of the things that I want to just share this morning around my work as a psychologist in mental health is to help us, I think, move a little bit further, to think about the way we frame the kind of work we do. An example that in recent popular culture of, I think, a misframe happened in the Black Klansman movie. And what happened in that movie, and I think a genuine attempt to honor our ancestors, to help make sure that the young people don't forget what happened to us. And I think that we want to tell the story of the Ma'afa. We want to remind the young people that as much as their life has struggles now, we struggle much more than we've had before. There's conveniences that our young people have now that are due to sacrifices that our elders and our ancestors made. So I think it's a genuine an important thing to make sure that that message is told. I sometimes think that we tell the message wrong. The way the Black Klansman did it was there was a scene, I don't want to ruin the movie for y'all, but just real quick, there was a scene, it was like a climactic scene. It was towards the end, what's the elder name? Harry Belafonte? Harry Belafonte? Was that him? Yeah. Harry Belafonte was in a group speaking to the young activists in the room, and he was juxtaposed with the images of the Klan initiation rally. And so what you saw in the movie was, I think, an attempt to look at the difference between Black power and white power. They were trying to say this is, white power continues to thrive through Trump, through the Virginia massacres, that the KKK has resurgence. And I think Spike was trying to let people know that this ain't over yet. The white power still has infrastructure, and they still have, there's enemies that are present and resourced and are fighting actively against us. And I think that message also is important. But in the attempt of Harry Belafonte in that scene to describe Black power as juxtaposed with white power, he spent his whole time talking about trauma. He spent his whole time describing what it was like for Black people to get lynched. There was a couple of specific stories he was telling. And I think that image, that story, that remembering in that way does psychological damage to the people that are receiving it. I think on one end, there's a victory for Laquan McDonald for becoming injustice on some ways, but I think that there was loss just by having Black people repeatedly see another boy get shot 16 times over and over again. I think that the trauma of that reminds us subtly, sometimes not so subtly, that white